open cast on. Okay, time out on that one. Okay, I'll just use this. It's just some pink material. Okay. And I will just rehang it. Yeah, I can do it this way. So there's one. I want to push it back so I can work with it a little better. Okay. I'll need something for a ravel cord. You can use the cotton thread. Some people have used dental floss. I think that would cut the material a little bit. You can use a scrap yarn if you want. You just have to take your time taking it apart. Now I like using the crochet cotton size 10 or 5. Either one will do. And this is just a rag hem. And a rag hem can be just a square or a rectangle of however many stitches you need, and just knit a several rows. Now I'm going to hang my weights in a moment. It's just a piece of rib fabric I've made up. Okay, so we're casting on with an open cast on for 42 stitches, and again, your numbers will be different, but the method will be about the same. Okay, now see how it's starting to bubble up? I want to put some weight on that, and I prefer the claw weights because it gives you more control. That's a good word, control. Okay. Now when doing a rag hem, you don't have to hook every single stitch on the piece of material, but you do want to hook every single needle that you're working with. Oops. Now, if you forget and don't put in your rag hem, your ravel cord, then you will run into a situation where you won't be able to get this off. And I am going to be using bright yellow for my color. And give me just a moment. I'm just going to use some simple yarn for my ravel cord, because I'm just going to take it out. And I'm using key plate 3.5. Okay. So now this, I don't want to leave that like that, because it will split. Make sure everything gets stitched. Okay, these two got missed, so just stitch them up. Okay. Okay, now according to my pattern, I am going to knit 2 rows. And I like starting my work so my even numbers are on this side. Okay, so let's get the cast on. Oops. And I do want to use the center pull. On the healthy end. And I want 2 rows. Yeah, 2 rows straight knit. Okay, that didn't get too hot. Just manually knit these stitches. And what this is telling me is I may not have enough weight on it because it bubbled up. So I'm going to redistribute this. There we go. And get some more weights on here. Okay, so that's 1 row and 2 rows. Okay, and now we're going to decrease at each end just once. Now I don't like doing it just on the very end, so I usually do it the 1 over. So move this over 1 and on both sides. Whoops. And that one goes there. And that one there. Okay. And now I'm going to knit, excuse me, until row 12. So that's 2. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I felt that knot stitch. That was 8. 9, 10, and 12. Okay, on the 12th row I'm going to decrease 1 stitch at each end. So I'll move this one over 1, in 1 rather, and over 1. In 1, and over 1. Alright, and now I'm going to knit until at row 15 I'm going to decrease. Nope, I'm going to increase 1 at each end. 12, 13. didn't clear the stitch from the previous row. Okay, so that is 15. Now I am going to increase one now. So I need to put this over one. Now, the way I like to increase it, I take the stitch from below and just rehang that one. You'll be able to see it better on this side. Okay, I move this stitch over one, and I take the stitch from below the next neat stitch and hang that one. Okay, and now I'm going to knit to 41, this being 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and I want to make sure I have the right amount of rows because I don't have my row counter set up yet. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 27, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 40, and I am going to increase one stitch. Now again, your rows will be different because you'll be doing a different size than I believe. And I'm still increasing. This one has like a formed waist. Okay, and this is the back, and it is a pullover. Okay, so that's row 40, and then I am going to go until row 50. Okay, so that's 41. 42. There, it got loose. You want to keep the machine tight. So if you feel this coming up loose, just take time out and stitch it. Okay. Next film I do, it will have my row count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there. Three, 40. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 2 more rows. Okay, there's my 50 rows. And now I have to cast off 2 stitches each end. Okay, for the next 2 rows. So, casting off, we're going to manually knit the first 2. Now this over there. Oops, 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 oops. And knit them through. Bring this over here. Knit the next one. Move this one over. And knit those 2 through. And move that over, and that is a decrease of 2 stitches. Okay, knit the row. And decrease 2 stitches over here too. Okay. So we knit, knit, and this one, that one, knit it through, and move this one over forward, knit the next, put it over into the first, knit that through, and move that over for your cast off 2 stitches. Okay, and now you are going to '86. So this was row 52. '53, 54. Ending stitch. Sorry about that, 2. 85, cast off 10, 86, cast off 10 stitches, beginning of 87, and one more. Okay, now I'm going to cast off 10 stitches. Move my carriage out of the way. Have plenty of yarn to work with. So I knit the first two. And move this one, move the second one, then knit it through. That's one. And I'm really bad at remembering how many I've cast off. So I'll leave that one out. Okay. Knit. Back. Knit through. And knit. And back. And I will be back when both of these are done. Now I'm casting off 10 on each side, and I've got 4 done on this one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after 10, right there, that's my 10th one. Okay. Oops. Excuse me. That's my 10th, which means I got to go one further than my 10th. That's my 10th, so I got to move that over one. Okay, there's my 10. Okay. Now I'm going to get my carriage back over here, knit the row, make sure the needles are back where they're supposed to be. And now I've got to cast off 10 on this side. Okay. So we have if you got a stitch marker, just go ahead and mark that tent so you don't overshoot it. Okay, and that is okay, and then, oops, don't get so fast to do it that you drop a stitch. And knit that through. And the next video will be doing the front. So don't be so fast. Alright, where's my brain today? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now another thing you could do is take your latch hook and just hang it on the work. Then you won't go, then you know you're not to go past the latch. You know the latch is at the 10th stitch. Okay. Oh, did that wrong. Have to stitch this one first, and then move it over. Okay, and that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I just got to move. When I stitch this one over to here and stitch it through, that is my 10. Okay, and now I'll take these off, and I want to put them onto waste yarn or a needle, whichever works. Okay, and I'm just going to grab some yarn. Hold on. I'm going to knit about 6 rows. And then I'll take it off the machine. I got a slip knot here, so I'm just going to hook that onto my bracket. One. I like 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. got it tangled up, so and the yarn go off towards the back. And 10. So I'll undo this, take the yarn out, and take it off the machine. Okay, and that is the back. Now when I come back, I'll do the back rib. Yeah, so the rib is a little bit different than the normal rib because it's wider. Alright, so I will be back with that. Thank you for coming and knitting with me.